your boy Stones. Are you ready for this week's TV and movie news? Starting now, it's the
Weekly Bugle!
first bit of news that we got just happened this morning. We got a trailer for Moana 2, starring DJ himself, The Rock. Trailer doesn't really give much away about the story, but if it's anything like the first one, it's going to be a fun time. Bring your kids, lay down with yourself, watch it on TV. I probably won't be going to the theaters, but you know this shit's going to sell out. The next bit of news comes from the DC Warner Brothers side of things. So all the last few months, we've been getting all these rumors about a Teen Titans movie, possibly with Deathstroke, Trigon, who knows? Well, James Gunn was asked about it this week, and when specifically asked about that Teen Titans movie that's going to shoot later this year, he said no. But when asked about plans with Deathstroke, he gave a little wink to the camera. So I think they're laying the seeds for our favorite teen team. Now back to the Marvel side of things. Now, while we all been clamoring to get any little bit of tidbit we can about the MCU's currently untitled fourth Spider-Man movie, there was a leaker that kind of gave a little bit of an idea of what we're to expect from the final trilogy from MCU's Spider-Man. And it looks like he probably will be facing off against some familiar foes. That's right, Doc Ock and Norman Osborn himself, Green Goblin. Now, we don't know if it's going to be the previous variants that we've seen, or are we actually finally going to get the MCU's versions of Doc Ock and Norman Osborn. Next up, we're going to head back to the DCU, and James Gunn's been working on this Booster Gold series. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a series or a TV show, but those of you who know who Booster Gold is he's pretty much a gem in the DC universe. So our three frontrunners that are rumored to have it are Dylan Playfair, Finn Whitehead, and Arnold's baby boy, Patrick Schwarzenegger. Playfair is best known for his work in Letterkenny and the Descendants franchise. Whitehead, meanwhile, has made a name for himself in Dunkirk, Black Mirror, Bandersnatch, and Great Expectations. Now, Patrick Schwarzenegger, we all know who he is. He had a standout in Terminator, or not Terminator, that's his dad, The Terminal List, and Gen V. Let's see who gets it. Who do you want? Next, we're going to go back to Marvel and talk about Avengers 5. Previously called the Kang Dynasty, but ever since the firing of Jonathan Majors and the flop of Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania, they've seen an audible away from the whole Kang variant thing. Now, while we don't have a director, it is now rumored that pre-production will begin next month. And with that, the cameras are going to start rolling a little bit of this by the end of the year. Now, we kind of have an idea of what's rumored to be the characters that are going to follow it. And it's a very, very interesting mix, if you ask me. Now, the rumor, take it with a grain of salt or a shot or whatever the hell you want to take it with. But these are the characters that are rumored to lead it. Captain America, the Sam Wilson version, Spidey, Moon Knight, and Hulk and She-Hulk. What do you think about that lineup? Who would you put in there? What do you think is going to happen? Me, I don't know, but I don't know if I'm necessarily keen on that lineup. Next up, we're going to stay in the MCU. And now we got a little bit of a rumor outlined of what's going to happen, at least partly, in the upcoming Thunderbolts. Now, this is, according to Daniel Reichman, the movie will begin with Yelena, U.S. Agent, Ghost, and Taskmaster being sent by Val Allegra de Fontaine to take out an unknown target in a vault. We don't know who that character is, but everybody kind of thinks it's Sentry. But the crew soon realize that they were sent there to die and decide to team up and bring down Val. So it might not necessarily be the whole Val's got her own Suicide Squad sent out to take people out, as it was originally kind of figured. But we still don't know exactly how Sentry will play into it, because it was not confirmed that that was who they're talking about in the vault. But anybody who knows anything can kind of figure it as how Red Guardian and how the Winter Soldier are going to factor into it. Maybe that's who they're going to be sent after him after they break out whoever's in the vault. Who knows? But it'll be kind of interesting, and I personally can't wait for this because I truly think this will lead into the Dark Avengers. This next bit of news has the 7-year-old in me ready to just put my hand out with a ring on it and say, with our powers combined, you are who is it? Captain Effin Planet. So for years now, years upon years, there have been rumored the live-action Captain Planet movie. And I didn't realize this, but one of the people that were working on the script was none other than Glenn Powell, Top Gun Maverick, Anyone But You has just been on Netflix or Prime, and he's really up and comer here. There's been rumors of him doing stuff in the MCU, but this makes my heart shine. Now, the original premise was rumored to be a sequel to the animated series that took place years after the adventures of the show, and with Captain Planet now kind of a washed-up has-been who needs the kids now more than him. Now, it doesn't seem that is what the current thing is, but updates have been pretty much non-existent since like 2016. But Glenn Powell was interviewed this week, and this is what he said, and I quote, "Captain Planet is definitely something I'm incredibly passionate about," that he told Yahoo. "Leonardo DiCaprio and I have been putting that together for several years. With the recent changes over at Warner Brothers, we're just trying to figure out how the places will fall. It's an environmental superhero, so it's not necessarily part of the DC. It exists outside that world. At the same time, I think the world has never needed an environmental superhero more. He's trying to save the planet." Somebody get that man a shield. See what I did there? And we all know how Leo's all about doing things to save the planet. I am stoked about this. I love the series. Did you like the series? Were you even old enough to watch it? Holler at me. Let me know what you feel about a live-action Captain Planet movie. So the last bit of news I'm going to hit you with this week involves one of my personal favorite horror franchises, Scream. So Scream 7 is now rumored to feature a significant time jump, and it's kind of being envisioned as the first in a new trilogy. Now, we all know that Sidney Prescott and Gail Weathers, Nev Campbell and Courtney Cox are returning. And there's a new rumor that may reveal a little bit more details about what the movie's going to be about and what they're going to do for the younger cast with them. Now, we all know that Melissa Barrera and Jen Ortega are not coming back. There was controversy about what Melissa had tweeted and Instagram posts, whatever. But the rumor, the plot is that you got Sidney and Gail defending Sidney's family from a possible ghost-faced cult, which kind of seems dope to me. Patrick Dempsey is in talks to possibly be coming back as Detective Mark Kincaid from Scream 3. And there's going to be a big time jump. And I think this is probably going to do it to allow Sidney's children to probably be teenagers and maybe take on the mantle. What do you think? Are you stoked? Are you mad the other girls aren't returning? Are you happy Nev is coming back and getting paid that money? Getting paid that money? Sound off and let me know. This is Stone signing out, and this is this week's Weekly Bugle. Deuces.